Billawar, a picturesque town nestled in the Kathua district of Jammu and Kashmir, has been grappling with a surge in violence. The once peaceful region has witnessed a series of disturbing incidents, casting a long shadow over its residents. In recent years, Billawar has become a hotbed of terrorist activity. Militant groups have targeted civilians and security forces alike, spreading fear and instability. The beautiful landscape now bears the scars of conflict, a stark reminder of the fragility of peace. The February 2025 incident, where 2 civilians were found dead under mysterious circumstances, had already heightened anxieties. This tragedy, still fresh in the minds of the locals, served as a grim prelude to the horrific events that would unfold just a month later. The administration's response to the February incident was met with criticism, with many accusing them of inaction and indifference. The picturesque waterfalls and lush greenery of Billawar, once symbols of tranquility, now evoke a sense of unease. The fear is palpable as the community grapples with the reality of living in a conflict zone. The administration's efforts to maintain peace have been met with mixed reactions, with some praising the increased security measures while others criticize the slow pace of justice. The picturesque waterfalls and lush greenery of Billawar, once symbols of tranquility, now evoke a sense of unease. The fear is palpable as the community grapples with the reality of living in a conflict zone. The administration's efforts to maintain peace have been met with mixed reactions, with some praising the increased security measures, while others criticize the slow pace of justice. On March 8, 2025, tragedy struck Billawar once again, leaving the community reeling in shock and grief. 3 civilians, Darshan Singh, age 40, Yogesh Singh, age 32, and young Varun Singh, age 15, were found dead near a waterfall in the Lohai Malhar area. The trio had gone missing on March 5, 2025, while returning from a wedding celebration. Their disappearance sparked fear and anxiety among the locals, who immediately launched a search operation. However, their worst fears were confirmed when the bodies of the 3 men were discovered, bearing marks of violence. The news of their brutal killing sent shockwaves through Billawar, shattering the fragile sense of security that had been painstakingly rebuilt after the February incident. The incident sparked outrage and protests, with locals demanding swift justice for the victims. The brutal nature of the killings, particularly the death of young Varun, shook the conscience of the community. The incident served as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of innocent lives in the face of senseless violence. The March 8th killings in Billawar triggered a wave of reactions from political leaders across the spectrum. Leaders from various parties condemned the incident, expressing their condolences to the grieving families. The BJP, in particular, was quick to blame terrorists for the killings, with party leaders calling it a cold-blooded murder. BJP MLA Satish Kumar Sharma, representing the Billawar constituency, expressed deep concern over the deteriorating security situation. Sharma's statement, "These incidents are a sign of bad times ahead," reflected the growing anxiety among the people. The killings also sparked a political row, with Omar Abdullah and Iltija Mufti criticizing the administration for its alleged partisan approach. They accused the administration of preventing them from visiting the victims' families, while allowing BJP leaders to do so. This selective restriction, they argued, exposed the administration's bias and further fueled tensions in the already volatile region. The killings also led to heated debates in the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly, with demands for a thorough inquiry into the incident. The March killings in Billawar have left the local community grappling with a mix of fear, frustration, and anger. The once peaceful town is now shrouded in an atmosphere of unease, with residents afraid to venture out after dark. The fear is particularly acute among the minority community, who feel increasingly vulnerable in the wake of targeted attacks. The incident has also led to a loss of faith in the administration's ability to provide security. Locals allege that despite repeated pleas for increased security measures, the administration has failed to take concrete steps to protect them. This perceived inaction has fueled resentment and anger, leading to protests and calls for shutdowns. Adding to the community's frustration is the slow pace of justice. Despite the outrage and demands for swift action, the perpetrators of the March killings remain at large. The lack of progress in the investigation has led to a sense of despair and hopelessness among the victims' families and the community at large.